So bit scruffed out today, and actually quite negative. And I don't want to be negative because it's all about being positive. But as you know, yesterday was quite a fun day. It was good because I took you and showed you what happened in the hospital, and then a little bit of fun. I got the parking ticket, which I've dealt with. To be fair, the only thing I've done is I've sent off a response to the parking company. I did look for the Coast Guard yesterday, and I couldn't find him. I'm waiting for the doctor to call me. So my phone goes, I'm going to take the call. In fact, if I take the call, I'll just take it while I'm on here. It doesn't bother me. Taking the call from the doctor, so I'm waiting for him. They're actually running late. I rang them up, and they said that there's some sort of surgery or something's happened anyway. So people are priority over me. It matters not. Generally, when he phones up, he's pretty much bang on. So I just rang up to make sure that I'm still being obviously going to be spoken to for my results. But the reason why I've got a bit of a negative is because after everything happened yesterday, and after I came in and done the parcels and ripped this open, had a bit of fun and knackered myself out, I then got I opened the letter from the council about my council tax. Now, I'm living on my own, so I was entitled to single persons living allowance, which I understand. Sorry, council tax. So, and this is where you feel bad. This is where you do feel battered because this is the sort of stuff that I need help with, and I get lost because I lose my memory quite quickly and I forget stuff that's gone on. But one thing I didn't forget is this. So I was over in Little Billing, and before all the whole process started, I actually made the inquiry to about benefits, what would benefit me. Parents are over here, being closer to them, being sort of in the middle of everybody, which is perfect for me. And then my travel then really is going backwards and forwards to the Northampton General Hospital, where I was when I was in Billing. It was 10 minutes away. So getting the independence and getting away from all the care was a massive achievement, which I'm here. I've done it. Yes, I appreciate that it's going to start going downhill. I understand that, and I understand that that's going to happen totally. Even by total managing my expectations, I know ultimately what's going to happen. But until I get there, I'd like to be nice and comfortable. I'll still like to be paying my bills like normal people do. I'd still like to be doing what normal people do. I'd still try and like to live a life like normal people do to the best that I possibly can. But I'm restricted. So what? It is what it is. I get that. I get all of that. What gets me, what grates me, is that when people offer to help you and people sound sympathetic, but really they're not. Really they're not. Really you're just a phone call. Really they're looking forward to looking at that clock for going home at 5 o'clock. You're not a solution to their finances by them choosing to do what they do. You're just a part of their job that most of them I'd like to say but they can't wait to get you off the phone to go home at 5 o'clock. Seriously. Now then, before I moved or took the decision to move from that part of the county to this part of the county, the finances and working everything out, I had to do something because I can't live on nothing. And from going to having a job to having nothing is a massive kick in the tits. I lost 140 quid or thereabouts. In fact, it would be more now because on 1st of April, all the living allowances went up. My calculation was for moving from that part of the county to this part of the county, NN2 to NN16, LE16, but I am on the border of Corby, lived here till I went in the army at 16. £140 out of pocket to move, which, fair enough, you can make it up in other bits and bobs, all right? It is what it is, you take the hit. And then to be told that Oh yeah, they'll give you single man allowance, which is they work it out on that figure. Then they work out a disability allowance. So in order to get my disability allowance, what I then had to do was fill out a form, an application form. And I'm not very good at filling out forms. I didn't have anyone to do the form for me. Yet they're saying that I filled out a form and ticked all the boxes. What? Why would I tick all the boxes? Why would anybody tick all the boxes? If you're poorly, you'd obviously tick one box, or if I was disabled in any way, I'd put what my disability was. I'm not going to sit and tick all the boxes. Seriously? There is no way on this planet. So according to these people, I'd incorrectly filled out the paperwork. All the boxes were filled in, yet what I sent them was a DS1500. A DS1500, for those of you that know what a DS1500 is, basically it's your ticket, it's your examination by the health professionals to say that you've got a date above your head, that you've got a minimum of 12 months to live. That's their assessment of 12 months. You're not going to be able to work in that 12 months. You are useless. You are no good to society in any shape or form in that 12 months, because they have physically said, professionally made a decision that you are poorly. That's what a DS1500 is. And anybody out there to do with benefits or anything at all are all aware of what a DS1500 is. And if you take a photocopy of it and send it in, which you did, that's exactly what I did. I also give them information about an army pension that I had to fight for, which is another story. And yet, I'm not going to go into that, because that is I need to have a little bit of advice before I even enter that, because the information I was given that hurt as well. I'll come on to that another day. So going back to the DS1500 and my certificate of PIP, personal independence payout, to say that I am a disabled person, that I'm not capable, that I'm unable, and I get the PIP and I get the council sending somebody to that information I've sent to them. There's information on there that I've got PIP, I'm supported by PIP, I've sent my certificate in. The certificate is a certificate to say that I was awarded PIP in black and white, authentication, if you like, of I am disabled. A DS1500 to say that I had metallistic cancer, and it says it on there, and the date when I was diagnosed, and the 12-month at the top, and it even says in black and white at the top that it's basically a ticket, it's a meal ticket for 12 months. Then it's bye-bye, sayonara, no more. Yet they send someone to my door. The council send an individual to my door, and his words was to check to see if I was disabled. I haven't got a disabled ramp. I haven't got a mobility scooter plugged in on an extension parked outside the door. Yet this guy came to my door to physically look me up and down to make sure that I had cancer. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, which I think was bang out of order, I can understand if I hadn't paid council tax, right? If I hadn't paid council tax, send round the big boys, yeah? Send them round in their little black jackets with the little cameras on. Respect to you guys that do the job, because you are doing the job. I get that, right? That's your profession. That's what you chose to do. And I'd help you every minute of the way you come here. The thing is, though, I believe that there's something in your policy that states if someone's health is at risk. I think if someone's got PTSD or if someone's health is at risk or their welfare is at risk, obviously you can't touch them. And that's for a disability person, and that's where I need help, because I don't understand this bit. I'm unable, I'm disabled. I need what I've got here to live on, and everything basically is for me. But I'm not a special case. I never said I was. All I'm saying is that I'm not untouchable, but what's the point of sending around the people to come and debt collect off me when I'm going to be dead anyway? All right, what I'm saying to you, Mr. Council people, is why on earth would you have told me that I would have got benefits when I moved from one part of the county? I'm £140 or £150 out of pocket in the first place to be able to move with a housing allowance, and then get told that I would get disability allowance as a single person because I am disabled, yet you asked for the proof that I sent you in, DS1500, my PIP certificate, and all the other information that absolutely says 100% that I am disabled. Yet you send someone to my door to look me up and down to physically see if I've got cancer. How does that work? Tell me, does it look like I've got cancer? Are you some sort of human X-ray? Bang out of order. Bang out of order. Did I get an apology? No, I haven't had an apology. The best you can do is send me a letter, and the letter that you sent me now states that you will not give me disability allowance. Yet you'll help me out, because I claimed for an army pension, yet had it been a war pension, then you would have helped me out. But because I get a pension that I had to fight for in the first place, because I wasn't eligible to it, because I'm not 60 years old, and I'm a special case because I've got a terminal illness, and I'm an exception, and that's why they paid it for me, to help me out, to make me comfortable, because that's what people do. They help you out, make you comfortable. Yet, I've been chasing you for council tax since the 6th of February. How do I go about paying you it? And then you go and hit me with a letter saying that I have now got 7 payments to make. The first one of £225, followed by 6 others at 228 quid. And you want me to do that after me chasing you since the beginning of February, after you sending me someone to the house to look me up and down, and I've still got your number, you sat in the kitchen, and you know who you are because I phoned you up. Why would you do that? Is that the way we rock and roll nowadays? It's 2023, and that's what you do. You go around people's houses, you check to see if they've got cancer, and then you send them out a letter and say that you haven't and are not entitled to disability. But then you could turn this round on me and say, oh, but we didn't say that, Mr. Wall, because we'll give you 0.67 pence a week towards your council tax. I think you should go back and do a remuneration. I think it's totally unfair. I absolutely think it's totally unfair. So that's my rant. And for anybody else out there that's watched this and had a similar problem, please get in touch and tell me how I get around it. Because I'm supposed to be not having stress. I'm supposed to be comfortable. I'm supposed to not have stress or anxiety or let things get to me. And this is what they call helping me out, by telling me I'm going to have a discount, by telling me this, by me hunting them down, trying to pay my council tax. Yet now I'm being told if I don't pay, the boys in black will come and take the money off me or take what I owe. Right, bye.